Well, as I mentioned before, we're certainly willing and committed to work on mandatory minimums. If the chief and others in law enforcement think that that'll have a deterrent effect in terms of dealing with people, individuals who are not lawfully using firearms. In terms of the match, I mean, we'll always consider requests that the mayor or anyone else makes here or any other community. The challenge I mentioned at the time, though, is if you're the mayor of Racine, if you're the mayor of Kenosha, if you're the mayor of Madison, you're mayor in other areas where they have legitimate crime concerns, at what point does it become a long and lengthy line of other mayors and city officials in other communities who say, well, if you did it for that community, shouldn't you be doing it for us as well? And that's part of the balance we have to look at. But certainly we understand that there are extraordinary circumstances, and those are things we look at. And other ways of not just a direct match, but there might be other ways that we can provide assistance as well. No, I take the concern raised by the chief very seriously, because even if it affects a limited number of people in a select number of neighborhoods in the city of Milwaukee, those are people who are my constituents, just like they are the constituents of the officials in the city of Milwaukee. But as I mentioned at the state fair when this first was raised, I had no problems having thousands of people in from across the country. When the National Governors Association was here, I had no fear, I had no concern. My son goes to school here in Milwaukee. I live blocks from the city of Milwaukee. I want to make it clear that while I have great empathy for the city and the police department, I want to find ways to help improve safety in the city of Milwaukee, that for me, I'll be out myself, my family will be out at the Harley event. I don't have problems going downtown or anywhere else around the city of Milwaukee to eat. We do that frequently. I have no problem going to the lakefront. I have no problem going to shop in the city of Milwaukee. I just want to make it very clear that I would have no problem bringing anyone in from across the country and feel completely safe in showing them the many different wonderful attractions here in the city of Milwaukee. So I want to be careful that while I legitimately believe that there are legitimate concerns about targeted neighborhoods and targeted individuals in terms of crimes, particularly those crimes committed with firearms by people who are not legal to possess those firearms, that I also want to make it clear that Milwaukee is still, particularly in the main areas, the lakefront, downtown Milwaukee, the Third Ward, areas where people are going to be at during the Harley-Davidson event, it is one of the safest metropolitan areas in the country in terms of the areas that people are going to be visiting.